Good morning. It is Tuesday, June 27th. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. We have quite an exciting show this morning. Mark is joining us out in our favorite community in nature with the Fly Fishing Report. We have a conversation about student loan tools, how you can best find the best option for you if you want to further your education. Always, we love to have a little bit of a food segment here, so we'll be talking with Covered Bridge and their recent cooking recipe. And then Eagle County with Claire Noble will be here in studio in this first hour. So stay tuned. Good Morning Vail starts now.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good Morning Vail.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Mark Sassy down here on the river at Bob's Bridge, just across from the West End, close to the TV8 studios on the Eagle River this morning. And we do have a little bit of cloud cover to start our day. It kind of feels nice after a handful of days of bright sunshine, but the weather will shift again. It's going to get really nice out here. It's going to be another spectacular day for the summertime here in Eagle County. We are going to see temperatures around 8 o'clock this morning, about 62 degrees. But our high temperature in Vail today, they're calling for about 80 degrees. But expect to see, we have a red flag warning taking place around Eagle County today. It's going to be windy. We're going to have a southwest breeze, 20 to 30 miles per hour, possibly gusting up to 45 miles per hour. So watch out for that red flag warning. It's going to be dusty around Eagle County later on today also. But we're going to see plenty of sunshine. Your hourly forecast is going to show you 62 at 8 o'clock, 72 around noon. Our high temperature coming between 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon at 80 degrees. And we are going to see sunshine to start. Mostly sunny skies through the afternoon hours with that breeze picking up. 4 p.m. 77, 8 o'clock tonight about 71 and clear. Your I-70 drive today for Denver, pretty warm down there. They're breaking 90 degrees. 91 is what they're calling for with mostly sunny skies. For Vail, 80. For Avon, 83 and sunny. And then Eagle, 85 degrees. With lots of more sunshine. Tonight, 44 degrees will be our low temperature. Sun setting and holding at 8:38. Clear skies and breezy kind of all evening long. And then as we look ahead for your 5-day forecast, for Wednesday, 78 and sunshine. For Thursday, 78, mostly sunny skies with a 10% chance of maybe a passing shower. For Friday, 74 degrees. Looking for some afternoon thunderstorms on Friday with about a 40% chance. For Saturday, 76, mostly sunny skies, slight percentage, 15% of some moisture. And then for Sunday, we're looking at about 77 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms, about 30% is what you can expect for the last day of our 5-day forecast. But once again, starting off with a little bit of cloud cover out here today. Blue skies. This should burn off and turn out to be nice, but it feels good first thing this morning. I want to fill you in on some activities happening around Eagle County over the course of the day today. So at Walking Mountain Science Center, which is just to the north side of I-70 right here in Avon, they do an event called Earth Keepers. Now, it's designed for 3 to 5-year-old kids along with their adult parents. Please come prepared to spend an hour or so outside, depending upon the weather. Plan on always a little bit of rain or something like that with some warm layers and also some sunscreen and a hat. Maybe they're going to bring a small snack also. So it gives kids a chance to explore the natural world and have fun with the other kiddos while developing their sense of place. Topics vary weekly and help children express their inherent wonder and curiosity as these little scientists. So that's it, called Earth Keepers at Walking Mountains. Today you can go to walkingmountains.org for more information. Another event happening today, I think it's happening around 3:30 at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater in Vail. It's put on by Alpine Arts, the Alpine Arts Center. Lauren, the owner of Alpine Arts Center. They've got Vail mandala painting at the amphitheater. So Vail and Alpine Arts working together along with the town of Vail. It's an opportunity to get together, do some painting, have some instruction, and I think it's a discounted price of maybe $25. It's a fun social event, open for everyone of all ages. And as long kids can show up too, as long as they are accompanied by an adult. You can go to alpineartscenter.org for more information on that also. I've got more information coming up in that second hour, more activities happening around, some stuff in Beaver Creek, some stuff in Edwards at the Bookworm. We have some great interviews today in the studio with Kimberly. I'm excited to hear those. I got a fishing report on the river. I'm actually going to pull out the Euro rod today, share that with you. It's a good technique for these high waters. But we're going to take a break from our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail, and we'll be right back with more on TV8. Remember, there's more for you on 92. We'll be right back.
Good Morning Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to this Tuesday morning edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, we are heading into the summer months, but that does not mean that your education stops. And for those of us that are looking for higher education and ways to fund that as we further our knowledge base, we have a conversation with Ben and Scholarship Owl to tell us more about that.
Welcome back to the show. As we're starting to get into summer, students are starting to prepare for college. And one of the most important things for college is figuring out how to fund our college experiences. And we're now joined by Jennifer Finetti of Scholarship Owl, who is an expert in this space to help us kind of experience or explore scholarship opportunities. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how the scholarship and the college funding environment looks like right now. It's been a little while since I applied myself.
Absolutely. So, students should always submit the FAFSA in October of every year because you need that to apply for federal and state grants. But you can also apply for scholarships. I strongly recommend that students apply for scholarships from the universities they're applying from, scholarships that are local in their own community, and also scholarships from private organizations like what we have on the Scholarship Owl platform.
Awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about the differences between those different kind of categories with the scholarships? I know can be some huge differences between federal and state aid and some of the private offers that are out there.
For sure. So, federal and state grant aid would be money you do not have to repay. And of course, if you take out student loans, that would be money you do have to repay. Scholarships are also funds you do not have to repay. So we really encourage students to focus, first of all, on federal and state grants, and secondly, on scholarships, because the last thing you want to do is graduate college with the burden of debt. Universities that you apply for, they offer lots and lots of scholarships. Many times they're offering them as recruitment enticements. So that's one of the differences between a university scholarship and a private external scholarship. So for example, you could apply to a private university and you might be offered a scholarship of, let's say, $10,000 a year for all 4 years, which is amazing. But if that college normally charges $50,000 a year for you to attend, all included with tuition and room and board, then getting a discount of $10,000 sounds really nice, except that you still owe $40,000, right, per year. So it's really important that you understand, what the total cost of attendance will be minus whatever grant aid you're going to get, as well as minus whatever scholarships you're going to get, so that you can determine your total out-of-pocket cost. When you go to a public university, they may not offer quite as many large scholarships, but the total cost of attendance will be less. So it's important that you evaluate, when you're applying to college, is this a private school? Is this an out-of-state school, which tends to also cost more? Or is it a public in-state university? And then compare that to your total financial aid and scholarship offer to determine which one is going to be most affordable for you.
That totally makes a lot of sense to me. It parallels my own experience when I was applying for colleges. I went to college in Colorado and was looking between CU Boulder and the University of Denver. Despite being half the cost at CU Boulder, University of Denver offered me almost $50,000 in scholarship opportunities, which ended up making it way the cheaper option.
That's awesome.
Let me ask you this. I know when I was applying, there were tons of scholarship offers from nonprofits, businesses, from all sorts of parts of the community. And one of the things that always stuck with me is the Barbie Scholarship. My freshman year of college, the Barbie Scholarship went to a man because he was the only person who applied. So
wow.
Tell me a little bit about how Scholarship Owl can help students look for some of those more obscure and more unique scholarship opportunities.
We've got so many scholarships on our platform throughout the whole year. One of the mistakes that students make is they apply for scholarships maybe only during a month or two of the school year. But, right now this summer, it's a fabulous time to apply for scholarships. At any given time, we usually have about $800,000 or more in available scholarships. So I really encourage students to apply to scholarships year round. One of the things that makes us different is that rather than Googling for scholarships, which is what so many people do, and it can be really frustrating and overwhelming, is that we've got the scholarships right in our platform, making it really easy for students. We're also AI powered. And so, the more you use our platform to apply for scholarships, the more relevant your matches are going to be. We have lots of special tools that you won't find anywhere else. Like, for example, you can see how many other members of Scholarship Owl applied for each scholarship, so that you can look at it and focus on low competition scholarships. We also have credibility scores to make sure you're applying for scholarships that are really worth your time and effort. So there's a lot of really great things within our platform that make it not only faster and easier to apply for scholarships, but that also boost your chances of actually winning those scholarships.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about the tools that Scholarship Owl offers to help assist with some of those AI-powered tools. Like, is it anything like how some of those online job applications kind of help autofill some of the more common parts of these forms?
That's a great question. And with Scholarship Owl, you actually don't have to fill out any application forms. So it's one of the things we do is exactly what you just said. So when you fill out your profile on Scholarship Owl, we automatically port that data to all of the applications so that you don't have to fill out your name and your mailing address and your email address and your year in school and your GPA and your major and all those things that providers want to know about you. It's already in your profile, so we just put it into the applications for you. So that's just one of the tools. Another thing that we do is we send weekly AI-powered recommendations to you every single week. And as you use the platform more and more over time, those matches and recommendations are going to be more relevant to you because, kind of like Amazon, when you buy something and it says, here are some other things that people like you have bought. It's sort of like that, right? Where we send these recommendations to you that are based on your interests that you've demonstrated by the way you apply for scholarships.
That totally makes a lot of sense, and was something that I've always found incredibly frustrating about applying for anything online is how often you have to resubmit and refill out the same form over and over. And is there any recommendations that you would have for students who are trying to stay motivated when applying for scholarships, or how frequently they should start to look or apply in the summer?
Motivation to apply for scholarships is one of the largest problems that we encounter with students across the board. And it's simply because a lot of students, get initially motivated and then they get really overwhelmed with the tediousness and repetitiveness of the process. Maybe they don't like applying for essay scholarships, and so many scholarships require an essay, for example. But on our platform, there are lots of scholarships that don't require an essay at all. We do, of course, still have essay scholarships, but we have scholarships where you can apply with a social media link, or you can upload a video or do some kind of artwork if you're an artist. So there's all different kinds of scholarships that help students stay motivated. We also try to have conversations with providers that we work with and encourage them to have the kinds of scholarships that will interest students today. And I think that makes a big difference as well, because, a lot of providers just assume, for example, that you should have an essay because that's what happened when they were applying to college 20, 30 years ago. And now they're in positions to offer scholarships. And so they assume you need to do that. But today's students are different. They're really media savvy. And, so we really try to cater to them with the kinds of scholarships that will appeal to them. And that does help improve motivation.
That's absolutely fantastic. Jennifer, thank you so much for all of this wonderful advice. And before I let you go, do you have one last tip for us?
The most important thing I would say is to not give up. Persistence is really key when it comes to scholarships. And parents can really help with that, really help urge your kids to keep going. And, you can apply for a few scholarships and you sometimes have to wait a few months to find out if you won. Just because you're waiting doesn't mean you should just sit and wait. You should keep on going, keep applying, and really aim for trying to apply to about 3 scholarships per week, if at all possible, year-round. And that's really going to increase your odds of winning.
Fantastic. Jennifer Finetti of Scholarship Owl, thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great rest of your afternoon.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have for right now. Don't forget to check out these messages and then join us for more right after this.
Good Morning Vail.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you into Rugs Benedict to come explore our 12,000 square foot showroom. We've been serving the Vail Valley for over 50 years now with flooring needs. And we inventory a ton of product from Carpet One to provide the very best values, highest style. We just built a warehouse, 15,000 square foot warehouse in gypsum. So we have over 120 different broadloom carpets. We have a lot of waterproof wood flooring, things that we can install right away. We have employee installers, a lifetime installation warranty. Many of them have been with us for decades, and they're true craftsmen in their work. They're absolutely extraordinary at installing any of the flooring that we provide. We also have over 1,000 area rugs in stock right now, and they start at 2x3s. I could bring these into the studio today, but they go all the way up to 12x16s, and we have them hanging on the racks just like shopping for clothing. So it's very easy for you to just flip through, see what's available. We'll deliver them to your house so you can check out how they look in your space with your lighting,
all different sizes, all different shapes, some things that are going to be a little bit more contemporary as well as tribal, traditional, all the latest and greatest looks. We have things that are hand knotted, silk, woolen silk options, all the way down to some machine-made indoor-outdoor type rugs. So really anything that you're looking for your business, for your home, for a rental, Rugs Benedict can provide it. And one thing I consistently hear when people leave our showroom is, that was so easy, thank you so much. So we make the process very easy. Come in, take a look, and we'd love to offer you a free estimate. Look forward to seeing you in our showroom.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
Everybody, welcome back to Tuesday's edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm getting my fishing rod ready to go here. I want to talk about our weather once again. We do have some cloud cover first thing this morning. Sun making its way up and over the hillside over here above Bob's Bridge. And we are going to see a sunny day for us around Eagle County. It is going to be windy around Eagle County also. So keep that in mind. Red flag warning. We're going to see gusts up to 45 miles per hour in some areas around Eagle County throughout the course of the daytime today. Our low temperature, our 8 o'clock temperature starting at about 45 minutes is going to be about 62 degrees. And then we're going to see windy conditions with a high of 80 degrees for Vail later on this afternoon. Your hourly forecast, sharing with you sunshine to start. Mostly sunny skies throughout the afternoon with some wind. Temperatures mid-70s midday with a high temperature coming between probably 2 to 4 o'clock, about 80 degrees. 91 in Denver today. Pretty warm down there. Mostly sunny skies for Denver. For Vail, 80 degrees. For Avon, 83 and sunny. For Eagle, 85 and sunny. And as we make our way into the evening hours, sun setting at 8:38, clear skies. It's going to be breezy this evening also with a low of 44 degrees. And then as we look at your 5-day, Wednesday through Sunday, temperatures mid to upper 70s all week long. We have sunshine most of the week. We have a 10% chance of some moisture on Thursday, a 40% chance of maybe some afternoon thunderstorms on Friday, a 15% chance of maybe a pop-up shower on Saturday, and then some scattered thunderstorms, about a 30% chance on Sunday. So keep that in mind. This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, and they're located right here in the heart of Avon, just over near City Market. Swing by if you need anything for the family to get out and enjoy some fishing, some hiking, some golf, whatever you want to do, they have everything for you. All right, I got a fishing report coming up next. All right, fly fishing report now for your Tuesday. River levels are still really big, and there's not a lot of surface activity in terms of dry flies because of those water temperatures, because of the high water. So plenty of fishing to be had, but you have to get down to the bottom of the river where the fish are hanging out. Now, typically, most people will fish with a strike indicator, which is a bobber. I'll share those with you in a little bit. You attach that to your fly line. You cast your sinking nymphs, your weighted nymphs out into the water, and then they sink to the bottom. You have that indicator floating on the top of the water. That's what you keep an eye on. But when you have current moving this fast, and just keep in mind the current on the top of the water is a lot different than what's happening down in the bottom of the water. So when you cast your indicator setup out into the river, your indicator is similar to a kite. It's going to get moved around with the currents, and that's going to pull your fly, and it's not going to position your fly where you want it to be for the proper kind of drift. Another great way to fish, which has become real popular in the United States relatively recently, is called Euro nymphing, where you use a different type rod. You use a low weight rod. This is a 3-weight rod. It's 11 feet long, so it's very long, so I can get a lot of reach, and it's got a very soft tip on it, so you can feel what's happening with your flies in the bottom of the river. Along with this kind of a setup, you do not use an indicator. You actually use cider material, which is your tippet material in multiple colors. So you're not going to get that kite pull on your indicator. You're going to be able to watch what's happening with your flies with that multicolored tippet. And then the flies we use for this are very streamlined. They're very heavy. They sink right to the bottom. So this system is better for, I think, for higher water if you want to get your system right down to the bottom of the river real quick. And then you take your cider, you let it sink to the bottom, then you watch that cider, and if you see that cider shift at all or move at all, and sometimes you can even feel the tip move when you get a strike from a fish or when you're on the bottom, and you're basically guiding your bugs through the bottom of the river on the rocks. Now, it's a little tricky to pick up the technique, especially if you're used to fishing a very specific way with an indicator, but it is incredibly effective. And it's another tool to have in your toolbox. It's not something that you would do all the time, but at certain times of the year, like right now with this high water and fishing with an indicator, you're going to have a completely different kind of a drift. And you're going to have much more direct contact to the bottom of the river, and you're going to have a much better feel as to what's going on with your flies when they're bouncing through the rocks in the bottom of the river. Now, very effective. Your playing to landing fish ratio is dramatically increased with this sort of a system once you get it figured out, okay? But you got to make sure that you're using the right kind of a rod. It has to be a longer rod with a real sensitive tip. You can modify your typical 9-foot 5-weight rod temporarily, but if you get more into this, you want to have the right kind of rod and the right kind of line, the right kind of indicator tippet, and more than anything else, the right kind of flies to understand how they react in the bottom of the river. And you basically just watch that, you lead it through, and then you'll know when you get a fish because you can feel it. Pretty amazing. This is called Euro nymphing or Czech nymphing. I like to call it modern nymphing, but once again, it's just another tool to have in your toolbox when you're learning how to fish or you want to kind of elevate your game of fly fishing. Very effective in these bigger water conditions that we've been facing all springtime. Eventually these water levels are going to drop down. We're about 1,400 cubic feet per second here in Avon. We haven't seen flows like this at the end of June, early July in many years. So what this means is it's going to extend our fishing season because we're going to have higher water, which means, oh, we got it cooked on the bottom, which means colder water temperatures. And we need to have colder water temperatures to keep the fish healthy. So there you go. This is Euro nymphing. That's your fly fishing report brought to you by Minturn Anglers. I'm going to go out there and unsnag this one way or another. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we get back, we're going to take you to the kitchen for some cooking. This is Good Morning Vail on TV8.
Good Morning Vail.
Bienvenidos a lo mejor de la semana. Yo soy Julio García y te estaré compartiendo los mejores eventos y actividades para disfrutar en familia todas las semanas. Arrancamos este lunes 26 de junio con un espectáculo de magia gratuito en la biblioteca de Eagle a las 3 de la tarde con el mago Chad Wonder. Este martes 27 de junio, Evom nos estará trayendo una clase gratuita llamada Del Jardín a la Cocina, donde nos estarán mostrando a cosechar diferentes hierbas, cómo hacer una receta, y lo más divertido de todo es que te podrás llevar una planta a casa después de la clase. Todo esto en la comunidad de Two Rivers N.0 de 4:30 de la tarde a 6:30 de la tarde. Este miércoles 28 de junio, el pueblo de Gypsum nos estará trayendo un concierto gratuito en el anfiteatro de Lundgren a partir de las 6 de la tarde hasta las 8:30 con la banda Roca Hueca, un grupo de ska latino basado en Denver que traen muchísimo ambiente y lo más divertido es que es para toda la familia. Este jueves 29 de junio la Biblioteca Pública de Avon nos está trayendo la hora del cuento familiar a partir de las 11 de la mañana para los chiquitines de 0 a 6 años. Este viernes 30 de junio aquí en el lago Nottingham en el parque de Avon se estarán llevando a cabo competencias de stand-up paddleboard, ya sea que vengan a competir o simplemente a disfrutar del evento. Es una manera espectacular de disfrutar de una puesta de sol aquí en el lago. Todo se llevará a cabo de 6 a 8 de la noche. Y entrando al fin de semana, este sábado 1 de julio se estará llevando a cabo el mercado de Minturn de 9 de la mañana a 2 de la tarde. Este fue el primer mercado aquí en el condado de Eagle y puedes encontrar todo desde productos locales, ropa, joyería y mucho más. Y para cerrar la semana, este domingo se está llevando a cabo el Festival de Música Vail Bravo en el anfiteatro de Gerald Ford en Vail con un concierto donde se estará presentando la Orquesta Sinfónica de Dallas a partir de las 6 de la tarde. Los boletos ya están a la venta, así que consigue tus boletos antes de que se agoten. Los precios van desde $29 hasta $89, así que hay opciones para todos los bolsillos. Yo soy Julio García y esto fue lo mejor de la semana.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Good Morning Vail.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. I got to change that fly up. I want to talk a little bit about, like I mentioned before, the river flows. I want to show you the graph right now that we have for Gore Creek, and then we'll take a look at the flows on the Eagle. The flows on Gore Creek right now, they are slowly receding, but we are looking at flows right around 500, 550, and they'll creep up again over the course of the day today, and then they'll drop that down. But you can see the trend as that water level slowly recedes, very slowly, as there's more snow up high in elevation that still needs to melt. Your Eagle River graph, we're looking at flows around 1,400, just below where I'm at here right in Avon. And we haven't seen, once again, flows at this level for many years for this time of the year. So even though it does make certain things, activities on the water, a little more dangerous. If you're rafting, you got to know what you're doing. You want to make sure that if you're in a boat, you're with somebody that knows how to row. It's going to make for some great fishing. Like I talked about earlier on with this European setup, I talked about the indicators and the indicator tippet. Now, typically, this is a variation of an indicator that we would use for fly fishing. It's called an Oros indicator. You put your leader in there, you tighten it up, and then you can spin it and adjust it on your leader for what you think roughly the depth of the water is. But this is very wind resistant. It picks up a lot of wind, so it is going to dance around on the water with the currents, and then it's going to pull your flies all over the place in the bottom of the river, especially with higher current like this. So with the European stuff, with the European fishing, we use this indicator tippet, which is a tricolor. So we have that lime green, it goes into that black color, and then it goes into that bright pink color. And that is what you watch, and you watch for any variations of that, if that moves, if it tightens up, if it shifts. That is going to be what the bobber would normally do without any wind resistance or surface resistance. Another thing that we talk about when we fish with European systems is the fly systems. So typically we're going to fish, now this is a normal setup again, possibly under your indicator. Your nymphs are going to have a lot of fluff to them, a lot of fuzz on them, okay? Smaller bead most of the time, but with a lot of fluff. So when you put that in the water, it takes time for it to sink. Now, when we fish with the bugs we fish with on a European setup, they're called perdigons, and there's variations of them. They're very heavy, with a big bead, very streamlined, not much fuzz at all. So when you cast that into the water, it sinks right to the bottom of the river because we're using very fine tippet, and there's no fuzz or hair or hackle or anything on these flies to impede the sinking rate of those bugs. So it gets right down into the pocket where you want it to be real quick. So there you go. That's more information on Euro nymphing. Swing by the shop in Minturn if you want more details, if you want to buy a rod, if you want to get some flies, if you want to go out on a guided trip and try it out. We got you covered at Minturn Anglers in Minturn. All right, we are going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to take it into the kitchen with our team from Covered Bridge Magazine, spending a lot of time with us, one of our partners at TV8. They did some cooking recently. Just a nice, light, summery pasta recipe. Let's take it to the kitchen now. I'll get back to the river and fish. It's TV8. Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. My name is Kim Fuller, the editor-in-chief of Covered Bridge Magazine.
And I'm Bobby LaRue, the other owner and director of partnerships at Covered Bridge Magazine. We're here today with Tracy Von Curran of Foods of Vail. Yeah. Tracy, thank you so much for being here with us. It's pretty exciting. Tracy's been in the Valley for quite some time, and if you have not been to Foods of Vail, I recommend swinging by there. Tracy, how long has Foods of Vail been going on?
Almost 35 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So just new to the Valley then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I moved here in 1979.
That's amazing.
I know.
So,
what's your background in culinary, Tracy?
Well, my background is in business. I went to business school, but then when I decided that I wanted to venture into the culinary realm in a business, I went to France. I went to cooking school.
It's the place to
fabulous, go. Just fabulous. And I did lots of little mini seminars and courses, primarily self-taught, but France was really a game changer. Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm open to learning all about this wonderful recipe. We're featuring the Asian pasta salad in the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge. Beautiful photo to complement, and we get to see it made here live. So walk us through, Tracy. How do we begin this recipe?
I would begin by cooking your pasta. In the recipe, I wrote that to use spaghetti, but when I'm doing a smaller batch, I love angel hair. I just love the way it feels on your mouth, so yummy and slippery. And so I love this Italian angel hair because I feel like the semolina flour really makes the pasta more durable and will hold up to, the dressing and the vegetables. So I like to start with the dressing. So it's a mayo-based dressing, so we're going to just start with our mayo.
Perfect. And in the magazine, I believe it's a serving size about 6 to 8. And if that's what we're working with today, then we'll, guests will be able to know, or not guests, we got guests. If you're having guests over, it's the perfect size for a picnic.
It might be a little bit more,
Okay.
I might serve a little bit more.
Okay, perfect.
But, okay, so start with your mayo. And then over here, I have all these fabulous ingredients. So they're not totally pre-measured, but you can get the recipe in the magazine. So I'm going to start with like a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I'm going to do a little bit of this sambal olek. This is like an Indonesian chili paste, and it's very spicy. So I would start light, and then you can always add more later.
Depending on your spice level,
Exactly. Then I like to put just like a hint of sesame oil in there to give it that yummy umami undertone. This is tamari. I use tamari instead of soy sauce because it's gluten-free. And even though we are having it on pasta, but we only use tamari in our shop. And then a little squirt of sriracha, because we all love sriracha. Yum. Again, you can go a little heavier, if you like the spice to be a little bit elevated. And then the rice wine vinegar, this is like a toasted rice wine vinegar or a seasoned rice wine vinegar. Maybe about a quarter cup, because that's going to balance out the richness of the mayonnaise and those other spices. And kind of what you're looking for is like a little hot pink. Oh, I forgot my favorite.
Ooh.
The Thai chili sauce. We all love this. It's
Wow.
like the new ketchup. You can dip anything in it, and that's going to give it a little sweetness. It has a little heat to it, but it really mostly has a lot of sweetness. So now you have this really, really, really pretty base. Oh, I was going to let you taste it.
Man, it took
Here
no
you
time
go.
at all.
Here you go. Here, what do you
I'll have to
think?
try this
Taste
out.
that.
How is it, Bobby?
That's
Spicy?
amazing.
Isn't that yummy?
And it took you like,
Yeah, like what, 3 minutes?
yeah, not even.
Yeah, so now I'm going to take my pasta and I'm going to put the sauce, the dressing in there. Can you hand me those tongs?
Of course.
Yeah, and so we'll give this, a nice toss. And, pasta always soaks up the dressing. So we're just going to start with that, and then we can toss it again a little bit later if we want. Okay, so then here, the vegetables that we put in there are sugar snap peas. You see those? And I've chopped those up. Yep. And then we've got some scallion, so green onion. Put those in there. Red bell pepper. You can do these either in chunks or in like little batons, if you will, make them a little bit bigger. Sometimes I think a little bigger is better because then you can snag it with your fork.
Yeah, a little more crunch when you want it, right?
Yeah, and sometimes when they're really small, you just can't get them with your fork. So I like them just slightly bigger.
I love this dish for the season because it can be a main course, a great lunch item, or it can be a side at a picnic.
I have put chicken on this. I have
bet
put
that's delicious.
shrimp in there. Really good, because then it can be like a main course, al fresco dinner.
Yeah, you could
And it's
package this up.
Yeah, it's a great picnic item.
Yeah.
Now, is
perfect
this
for
a salad
Bravo.
that you serve at Foods Avail?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
That's awesome.
And then the last thing is we like to have a little cilantro. And nice, but you don't have to pick the cilantro off like you do parsley because the stems are okay. So I'm just kind of rolling it into a little bunch. And then I'm just going to give it a rough chop. Yeah.
Nice.
And it doesn't have to be real fine either. I like to really get that flavor. And see, I have gloves on. Best tools in the world to just absolutely toss all this together.
Pretty bright looking salad. So like Kim said, it's also, time of the year, right? I mean, it almost reminds you of spring and summer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd eat it all year long.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
I happen to
absolutely.
just love it. Do you want to bring that bowl a little closer?
Yeah.
That serving bowl?
I think we'll be bringing this to Bravo Vail
There
this
you
summer.
go,
It's
and
a
then
perfect
just kind of
picnic
put
item.
it all in there.
Wow.
There you go. And then
Beautiful.
let's just
Amazing.
grab a little bit of our black sesame seeds.
Uh-huh.
Just for a little
finishing touch.
Wow.
finishing touch. I think that makes that so beautiful. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Wow, and looks
I hope you guys are ready for lunch.
delicious.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for lunch.
So Foods of Vail is in Avon.
We are.
Yeah, tell us how to find you, and also in terms of ordering things ahead of time, how big can you handle? How you can also walk in and get a soup if you're a
We
diner.
have a brick and mortar, so you can walk in, you can take a look at all of our beautiful salads, and you can just buy them by the pound. We have fresh salmon. We have always like a chicken piccata. In the winter we might have more savory things like meatloafs and short ribs. Then we also have a whole freezer case full of lasagnas and chicken pot pies and King Ranch casseroles, and then soups galore. I mean, so you can come in and stock up your freezer. It's a great opportunity not to cook. And then we do have a full menu that you can order, all kinds of platters of food for parties, graduation parties, rehearsal dinners. We do a total off-premise catering component as well. So like this past Saturday we did the prom.
Oh yeah,
I
We
bet
did
that was
food
fun.
for the prom. We did. And then the night before that we did a rehearsal dinner. So, all kinds of events happening in this valley.
Yeah, and if you haven't had an opportunity, I know when I'm driving around delivering magazines or looking for the next ad sale, I'm hungry a lot of times. And there's not a lot of quick options that are actually healthy options. I've gone to Foods of Vail several times, get myself a nice piece of chicken parmesan and a little side salad or just a soup to go. And I think, people should really look at you as that too. It's like, yes, you do catering, but it's a great spot to just grab a bite to eat quickly as well.
Absolutely. We have a few seats inside, and then in the summer we can spill outside, so we do have some, outdoor options for dining. And you're right, it's fast. You're just hungry, you come in, people come in and say, just give me, 5 ounces of chicken salad, and they just grab it and go.
Wow. Well, Tracy Van Kuren, thank you so much for nourishing our valley and for sharing this beautiful recipe, Asian pasta salad, which you can also find in the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge. Thank you all for watching Covered Bridge on TV8. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Good Morning Vail.
It's that time where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, if you're making your way out to do any water activities, it's important that you have the right protection with you, and especially since our water levels are so high from all of that precipitation that we saw over the course of the winter and now that snow runoff. So right now, I've got the Onyx Move Vent Life Vest in front of me. This vest has some great features to it, one of which being soft, lightweight foam flotation. Now, if you are looking for this in your kayaks or in your canoes and you want that nice mesh back, well, then it has that feature, making it more comfortable for you to sit anywhere where there's a high back and you need to be nice and safe out there. Now, as you're making your way out into the water, there is a built-in whistle so that if you need to be heard, you can make yourself heard with this lovely whistle. There's also some nice reflection pieces, making it easy for you to be seen as you're out there, and especially if you're doing it first thing in the morning or later into the afternoon when you're out there on the rivers or on the lakes. So make sure that you stop by Sun and Ski Sports and you check out all of their great inventory for these nice pieces that are going to keep you safe out there on the waters. Now, you can always go to their website at sunandski.com for some more information or for some more fabulous products that'll keep you safe out there on the water.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Good Morning Vail.
We are back here on Good Morning Vail, and we are at the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour, but we have a lot happening in Eagle County, and joining us today is Claire Noble to tell us all about it. Claire, how are you?
I'm good, Kim. Thanks for having me on. I don't know if you noticed the sunset last night.
It was incredible.
It was incredible. It was really gorgeous, but it's coming kind of from a bad place, and that is we've got a fire now burning in Garfield County. Not really a danger to Eagle County, but it does impact us, and we saw that impact yesterday when we had a plume of smoke come across our valley, and then of course we had that gorgeous orange-red sunset. And it's called the Spring Creek Fire. Now, we do name fires, large fires. And the lead agency on that is the Upper Colorado River Interagency Fire Management Unit. And this is a partnership between Bureau of Land Management and the U.S. Forest Service. I don't know if there are Eagle County units that have responded to this, other than I do know that the paramedic services have sent first responders over to this fire. It is now burning about 3,000 acres.
Wow.
So it got big fast. And why did it get big fast? The wind that we have right now, the dry conditions and the really low humidity. So this is something we're keeping an eye on. Again, the fire itself probably won't impact us, but the smoke might. I did check our air quality index before I came on this morning. We're in the 30s, which is really good, but that could change at any time. So people need to keep an eye on that. One great resource is the website fire.airnow.gov. It will pull up a map of the entire United States. So it's also a great resource if you're traveling in the summer and you're heading up to, say, the Pacific Northwest. Are there fires burning up there? Do we need to know about this? Do we need to bring masks again? I know people are like, I don't want to be full with masks, but we might need them for the outdoors this summer. So one of the things that contributed to this fire are our conditions right now. And yesterday we went into a red flag warning. And just for context, we haven't gone into a red flag warning since 2021.
Wow.
Last summer, the monsoon came. It was a really robust monsoon, so we had more humid conditions. But the last couple of days, it's gotten warmer. It's gotten a lot drier. The humidity has dropped, and the wind has picked up. And so the National Weather Service is the agency that issues these red flag warnings. And so when we get one like yesterday, and we are going to have another one today, it's going to put us in a higher level of fire restrictions. So yesterday and today, we both went into stage 1 fire restrictions. And you can find out all about these fire restrictions, and you can look at a map and see where they apply and where they don't at ecemergency.org. Now, we usually these fire restrictions impact unincorporated Eagle County and some of our municipalities, but not all of them, because it's also a function of elevation. So Vail, Red Cliff, Minturn, none of those went into fire restrictions yesterday.
Wow.
So keep an eye on that. ecemergency.org is where you can see, again, what you can and can't do at the different levels of fire restrictions. For instance, stage 1, no personal fireworks, but you can watch a professional fireworks. No firing of tracer rounds or firing at explosive targets. Again, ecemergency.org, great resource for that.
ecemergency.org. And then you mentioned the other about the air. Tell us that one more time.
Okay, that's fire.airnow.gov. And it's an amazing map, and it's going to bring up all of the areas in the country where there are air quality sensors. And you'll see, like right now, most of them are green, which is good. You'll see some red and some yellow near fires. And of course, a few weeks ago, when New York City and the eastern seaboard was experiencing a lot of smoke, you saw all of that area red. No fires anywhere near them. That was the particulate matter coming in from Canada.
Wow. Now, it's so important, especially as we are heading into the summer months and celebrations and camping and 4th of July and all of that, to just really be aware and treat your community well and just adhere to the standards.
Yeah, nobody wants to, put a damper on anybody's celebrations or vacations, but we live in a vulnerable area when it comes to fire, and we have to respect that.
Especially because it starts so early, and we haven't had it since 2021.
Yeah. So shifting gears a little bit, tomorrow is Bike to Work Day. So from about 7 to about 8, 7:30 to 8:30, tomorrow morning, there will be stations along the Eagle Valley Trail. So if you're biking to work, you'll find stations in Vail, Dow Junction, Avon, Edwards, Eagle, a couple of other locations. And this is just to encourage people to bike to work and use, let's say, a more sustainable resource for getting to and from work. A lot of the particulate matter in our air here tends to come from ozone, which comes from combustion engines. So along those same lines, if you're biking to work, more than likely you'll be at least at some point on the Eagle Valley Trail. And we're so excited about this because the trail's almost finished. which means you could bike to work from you could bike rather from Breckenridge through Glenwood to Canyon without ever having to get onto a surface street or a highway. So yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. That's just incredible, especially for safety purposes. You know, you get to just kind of travel as free as you'd like, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, no, it is. And we cut the ribbon on the Dotsero segment just recently. We're working this summer on Dow Junction, Eagle Vale, as well as the Minturn Spur. And then next summer, we're going to work on the Edwards to Horn Ranch, which is the last segment. So we're very excited that we're getting this trail done. And it's been a few decades in the making.
Absolutely. So tomorrow is Bike to Work Day.
Yes.
How many people do you anticipate will be out biking? Have you seen this turnout? Has it been is it embraced by the community?
Well, I think it is. I think it is. And also the weather's great for it right now. We were just talking about how we had experienced rain for several weeks, and it had kind of been a rainy, dark winter, and just great weather for biking to work. So we think we'll get, in addition to, when I drive around here, I see a lot of people biking to work. We'll have those folks, but also hopefully joined by some new folks as well.
Absolutely. And since I'm a new resident of the area, I may be one of those people as well.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Last thing, if I have a little bit more time.
Absolutely.
Fair and Rodeo is coming up in July, starting July 26th. And it's a wonderful community event. Visit EagleCountyFairandRodeo.com to learn more about the rodeo, also to buy tickets. I would encourage people to buy tickets early because it does sell out every year. But maybe you want to get a little bit more involved. You can volunteer to work at the rodeo. There's some great perks with doing that. You could do anything from ticket takers to working in the Cowboy Cafe. The other thing is there are a lot of people with interesting talents in this valley. And we have something with the fair that's called Open Class. So whether you're a gardener that grows great looking eggplants or zucchinis, or you bake pies, or you brew kombucha, there's probably an open class category that you could enter, whatever it is that you excel at.
I love that. I think local fare and local tastes and sites, and it's just wonderful to have that here. And that is July 24th through the 29th, is that correct?
Well, actually, it's 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th is the actual rodeo itself. There's a lot of fair things that start happening well before that, different kinds of shows. And then the auction for the animals also takes place during the rodeo. And so we've got a really strong 4-H program here in Eagle County, and the kids raise some really wonderful animals. So if you're in the market for a cow or a pig or a chicken or a number of other animals, go out and support these kids.
Absolutely. So it helps the agriculture business here locally, as well as provides entertainment for family and friends if you've got visitors in town. So
it's just a great experience for kids.
Absolutely. Well, Claire, very important information you brought to us today with the red flag warning, tomorrow's Bike to Work Day, and then more information about volunteering at the rodeo. Is there anything else, or where can we go for more information overall?
I always encourage people to visit eaglecounty.us. That's our website. It's a beautiful website, great information on there. If you're not really sure where to start, just send a general email to the info@eaglecounty.us. I'm probably going to be the person that answers that, and I'll get you to the right department you need to get to.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show and filling us in on the latest and greatest here in our community, and we always enjoy speaking with you. So stay tuned. We have a lot more on the next hour here at Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good Morning Vail.
TV8 se complace en compartir que nos estamos preparando para lanzar nueva programación en español. Pero antes de hacerlo, queremos saber de ti, nuestra increíble comunidad, sobre lo que tú quieres ver. Por eso, te invitamos a un evento especial en nuestro estudio el 12 de julio a las 6 de la tarde. Ven a compartir tus ideas, opiniones y visiones sobre el futuro de nuestra programación en español. Ya sean eventos locales, programas educativos o entretenimiento, queremos que tú formes parte de este proceso y ayudes a dar forma a nuestra programación. No te pierdas esta maravillosa oportunidad de ser parte de televisión que te refleja y te representa. Para más información y para confirmar tu asistencia, visita tv8vail.com. TV8 is excited to share that we're preparing to launch new programming in Spanish. But before we do, we want to hear from you, our incredible community, about what you want to see. That's why we invite you to a special event at our studio on July 12th at 6 p.m. Come share your ideas, opinions, and visions regarding the future of our Spanish programming. Whether it's local events, educational programs, or entertainment, we want you to be a part of this process and help shape our Spanish programming. Don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity to be a part of television that reflects and represents you. For full details and to RSVP, visit tv8vail.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We had quite the diversity in our first hour and lots more here in our second hour. It's the top of the 8 o'clock hour here. We've got a lot for you. We've got Mark talking about fly fishing additionally, as well as some zucchini fritter recipes, which is going to be delicious. I know it's about time for my breakfast. We've got the bookworm here to talk about the events they have, chasing rabbits, and all of the fun summer activities in Vail. So Good Morning Vail, Hour 2 starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good Morning Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good Morning Vail.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back to our second hour of Good Morning Vail, our Tuesday edition. Great information from Clara Noble, the red flag warning. I talked about that during a couple of my weather reports. I'll bring it up again right now. Let's take a look at your weather for Tuesday. We'll jump ahead, then we'll look at that 5-day forecast. Temperatures right now, low 60s is what you're going to see first thing this morning in Vail. We'll see a high temperature breaking right around 80 degrees by midday around the Vail area. And we are going to see that breeze pick up. That red flag warning means windy conditions. Southwest winds 20 to 30 miles per hour sustained with gusting up to 45 miles per hour in some areas. So it will be dusty around Eagle County today. Just keep that in mind. Our high temperature once again about 80 degrees. Your hourly forecast showing you 70s midday, windy midday also. For Denver today, we're going to see about 91 degrees, so nice and warm down there. 80 for Vail, 83 for Avon, and then 85 and sunny to the west towards Eagle and Gypsum. Tonight, clear skies and breezy, a low of about 44 degrees with our sun setting at 8:38. And then our 5-day forecast, we are going to see Wednesday through Sunday, temperatures mid to upper 70s, mostly sunshine for Wednesday, a 10% chance, but mostly sunny skies for Thursday. Afternoon thunderstorms possible on Friday, mostly sunny on Saturday, and then we have some scattered thunderstorms possibly coming our way on Sunday. That's a look at your weather. Now let's talk about things happening around Eagle County. I mentioned a few things in the first hour. Now I want to focus on Beaver Creek. Tonight at 4 o'clock from about 4 to 5:30, we have the Beaver Creek Fossil Posse Dinosaur Adventures. So bringing adventure and education to a new level by celebrating and delivering an understanding of the ancient world, specifically prehistoric Colorado. Billy Dorn and his crew put on a great performance. It's a lot of great information, well worth checking out. You can go to beavercreek.com for more information on that. And tonight in Edwards at the Bookworm in Riverwalk at 6 o'clock, it's going to be a tabletop role-playing game. So TTRPG. You can go there and you can be engaged in some TTRPGs whether it's Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, the Call of Cthulhu. If you're interested in playing with somebody, you already know how to play, you already have a team set up and a group, you can swing by the Bookworm of Edwards at 6 o'clock and get engaged. If you want to find out more, go to bookwormofedwards.com for more information. All right, we got a quick break coming our way in the second hour, and then we have some activities taking place in the kitchen, another fishing report, and one more hour of beautiful Good Morning Vail on TV8. We'll be right back.
Good Morning Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 7 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good Morning Vail.
All right, so I did break off that fly from before. It's kind of the one of the main drawbacks of fishing like this is that your bugs go to the bottom, and with all the current that we've seen with our snow melt and our runoff, there's a lot of sticks and twigs and stuff in the bottom of the river that you can get snagged up on. But once again, like, this is a very effective way to get your system down to the bottom of the river to find a fish. And you can move around pretty fast. You basically fish in a section directly in front of your body. You're not casting very far across the river. Once again, you're not trying to target fish on the other side of the river like you would with your dry flies fishing from a boat. You're really just dissecting a section of water until you find out where the fish are. And then you kind of shift around a little bit. Once you find the right flies that work and the right depth, that's really what it takes to figure it out. I'll just snag up on the bottom there. But once again, this is what you're looking for, this kind of water. You're looking for opportunistic water that offers a little bit of shelter and protection from the fish. The fish aren't going to be out there in the middle of that fast-moving water, and if they are, they're going to be down very deep in the bottom of it. But along the edges, where you have the calm water, the chill water meeting up with the fast current, is typically where the fish will hang out. They'll move out into the fast water down deep, grab food sources, and come back into the calm water so they can stay relaxed. They don't have to burn a lot of calories. So basically, you're looking for them. You need to hit them right between the eyes with your flies. And once again, this Euro system gets down there really fast and allows you to have direct contact with your flies, direct contact with the bottom of the river. And it really creates a much better kind of a purchase with the fish. And I'm surprised we haven't found any yet in here, but just a matter of dissecting it, moving around a little bit and trying to figure out where they are, okay? So that's a look what's happening out here on the river. We are going to make our way into the kitchen. We have some zucchini fritters coming your way here momentarily. This is our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm down here on the Eagle River. We have Kim in the studio. Stay tuned, we have more of the show coming up.
Welcome back. You're watching Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller, and I'm Tracy. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're going to get down and dirty in the kitchen with a pretty easy recipe. And this is a recipe that I decided to share with you because everybody asked me for it. Anytime I make it for anybody, when I'm catering, they want this recipe. And it's a vegan recipe as well. So a lot of people are really excited about that. We start off with 3 small zucchinis, and I have shredded the zucchini in my food processor. So what you do after you shred the zucchini, squeeze it out. You'll be shocked how much water there is in there. And then we're going to put some green onions in there too, just to give it a little bit of a kick. So I say we do about a 1/4 cup of green onions and just slice them as small as you can. Get them going all the way. They smell really good. Green onions are spring onions, so they're of course in season right now. They're very fragrant. They're really good for you. Of course, put about a 1/4 cup. So we have 3 cups of the zucchini, a 1/4 cup of the green onion, and then what we're going to do is put some salt and pepper. When you are seasoning your food, I don't care what it is, don't be wimpy about it. Like, be pretty generous, especially with veggies. They need salt, they need pepper, they need some good flavors. Okay, my pan is warming up, so I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in it. And this is what I like because we're not deep fat frying them. We're not going to get as many calories, but we're still going to get a nice flavor. And it's nice and warm right here. So now we have our salt and pepper, we have our zucchini, we have a little bit of green onion, and I'm going to put a little tarragon in there too. And when you're using dried herbs, just use a little bit and smush them around in your finger a little. That kind of wakes up the herb, and you can now smell the tarragon. It smells so good. And I'm going to do a tiny, tiny pinch of nutmeg. Don't overdo that one or else you'll taste it the whole time. So typically I would put an egg in here, but I was working with some vegan customers the other day, and I didn't put the egg in there, and I like it better this way. So if you feel like it's not clumping together enough, you can put an egg in, but I would say about a 1/2 cup of flour. So we're going to get that in there. And interestingly enough, I told you to drain out all the water, but we're going to add just a little bit of water so that that is a binder. That's going to bind everything together. And here we go. This is when you get really messy. See how that's all coming together, and it's kind of starting to stick together too. So we're going to make little zucchini balls out of this, and then we're going to put them in the pan and fry them lightly on each side. So what happens, this is a real quick process actually. See how easy this is? I mean, I hope people still hire me to make them zucchini fritters because it's so easy that I wonder if you won't anymore. And now we're going to make little balls out of it. So we'll go like this. I'm going to bust out a whole bunch of these. They don't even have to be like that pretty. When you're putting them into your pan, you want to hear your pan sizzle. So I'm going to crank this up a little bit because we're going to put a bunch of cold zucchini in a pan and try to get it to sear up. So that means the pan is not going to be quite as hot. All right, so here we go, making these little balls. This is a fun thing to do with the kids too. And like I said, the vegans, they just really, really like this. And they're kind of hearty. So if you wanted to bring them on a picnic or when you're hiking or something like that, they're easy to transport and they'll fill you up. All of our friends who have gardens around here are about to start getting a lot of zucchini, so we'll give them this recipe. They'll give you their zucchini, you make some of these for them, and everybody's happy. These don't take long, so you kind of want to keep your eye on them. If you overcook them, the zucchini will get a little bit mushy and it won't be quite as good. What happens at the perfect cooking temperature is the zucchini kind of melts. It melts in your mouth. It's so creamy and delicious. Okay, we are gonna switch it up and not make it vegan anymore because we're gonna make a little aioli for the topping of these zucchini fritters. But first, let me see if they're ready. They're sizzling. It's kind of getting hot in here. They're sizzling. Let's see. Nah, that's not crispy enough. I mean, it could be if you want to be like that, but we are gonna crisp it up just a little bit more. And look at how little olive oil I have in there. And I cook with olive oil over any heat. A lot of people say you can't cook with olive oil if the heat's too high, and olive oil will burn. But when you're making stuff like this and you're sauteing vegetables and something in the frying pan, you can use just a little bit of olive oil. See, it's not even soaked in there. So we're keeping the calories low. We're keeping the health benefits high. We are working with anti-inflammatory foods. Okay, real quick while these cook and then I flip them over, let's make an aioli for this. Aioli is super easy if you want to use some sour cream. What I do is about a quarter cup of sour cream, quarter cup of mayonnaise, a whole bunch of fresh basil, like the whole thing. And it's gonna it smells so good in here. When I was setting up, everyone's like, what's that? Somebody's like, are those mojitos? No, they're not. It's actually basil and it's just fresh. And all of this stuff is about to be harvested right now. So we're looking pretty good. I do lemon zest, and when you're gonna zest your lemon, make sure you buy an organic one if you can. Use your zester. This just gives it the lemon flavor that you really need, like so good, so fresh, so much lemon. Of course, we need a little bit of the juice. So I'm just gonna cut this bad boy, which is a nice lemon, not a lot of seeds. That's always nice. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna put some salt and pepper in there because basically, look at that juicy lemon. Yum, that's so delicious. Okay, and now I'm gonna put some salt and pepper in here. I'm gonna blend this when we go to break so you can just hear every word I'm saying right now. This is starting to sizzle up. It smells good. We're gonna flip these zucchini fritters. I think it's time. So it's about 4 minutes on each side, and then you actually just let them rest for a moment. Put some of the aioli on them if you want that, and enjoy them. If you want your aioli to be a vegan aioli, instead of using the sour cream and the mayonnaise, you can use avocado. So that would make it vegan. We're gonna have all the recipes on the website, so if you do wanna make these, and I highly suggest you do, then we will have those on the website. Thanks for joining us.
Good Morning Vail.
Hello everyone, now is the time to refresh your floors. I'm Mandy Benedict. I'd love to invite you into our showroom to explore our 12,000 square foot showroom where you can view all different floors installed, see what it looks like in a larger space. One of our greatest growing products is waterproof wood flooring, which for our environment with kids and dogs and ski boot and our mountain lifestyle, this is a great flooring option. I brought one of the planks with me today. They're nice, long, wide planks. They're embossed on grain, so they look beautiful, but they perform really well in our mountain lifestyle. We have all employee installers. They've been working for over a decade with us, and we have a lifetime installation warranty. So not only do we make sure that the client gets what they want, we know what this climate needs. We have beautiful reclaimed floors, herringbone, really anything that you're looking for to update your home or your business. We have it at Rugs Benedict. We provide free estimates. So come in and visit us in the store. We'd love to see you.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. Another look at that weather forecast for Tuesday. Sun is making its way up and over the hillside now. We still have a few clouds, but a lot of those have burned off. We're going to see our moisture and any breeze, any wind coming out of the south-southwest. As you can see, those clouds moving from that direction right now. Temperatures in the 60s here in Avon to start first thing this morning. We're going to see a high temperature in Vail today of about 80 degrees. We are going to see those winds pick up dramatically. We're looking at southwest winds 20 to 30 miles per hour, possibly gusting at times up to 45 miles per hour. We do have a red flag warning in effect right now, so be advised on that. And it will be dusty around Eagle County this afternoon. Your hourly forecast, wind picking up around noontime, temperatures midday in the 70s, that high temperature of 80 coming around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll see a 71 at 8 o'clock tonight. For Denver today, 91 degrees, mostly sunny skies there. For Vail, 80. For Avon, 83. And for Eagle, 85. And sunny down valley, mostly sunny in Vail, but it's going to be windy. Keep that in mind once again. Tonight, 44 for the low temperature. We'll have clear skies. It'll be breezy again this evening, and that sun setting holding at about 8:38 tonight. And then for our 5-day forecast, Wednesday, 78 and sunny. For Thursday, 78, mostly sunny with a 10% chance of maybe a little bit of moisture in the afternoon. For Friday, 74 degrees in Vail with some afternoon thunderstorms, about a 40% chance of that happening. A 15% chance of maybe some moisture on Saturday with a high of 76, mostly sunny skies for your start to the Saturday for the weekend. And then Sunday, 77 degrees, scattered thunderstorms with about a 30% chance of some moisture. So, a little bit different of a week, a little bit of moisture here and there, but once again, mostly sunny skies. Just keep in mind today that we are going to see that red flag warning, and it is going to be definitely windy around Eagle County. All right, we're going to shift gears now. Once a week, every Saturday in the town of Minturn, they host the Minturn Market. Avisha, who is one of our talent hosts who takes care of a program called Vail Vibes, had a check-in. She has more details now on the Minturn Market.
Hi friends, and welcome to Vail Vibes. I'm Avisha Scarborough. Today we are in Minturn, a place that many refer to as the last small mountain town around, and we're going to check out their amazing makers market.
Walking along Main Street in Minturn, I took in the idyllic charm of this former railroad and mining town.
Feels like it has community, it has a small town character. We definitely get visitors and tourists, but it's not a resort.
But don't let the small town spirit fool you. Many of these artisans here are nothing short of world class, and many have worldwide impact. Tia Woven Goods, founded by Simbala Drame, has improved the lives of hundreds of women in Ghana by employing them to weave these baskets. Cedric Bolton is her nephew, and he helps his aunt at several farmers markets a week.
Our mission is to empower these women to stand on their own 2 feet, to feel like they can support their families, to empower them to, move forward and feel like they're thriving members in society.
Sunstone Jewelry and Knits also empowers women.
They're made by single mothers in Kenya so that they can be employed and provide for their families.
And Palden Hester, who's originally from Tibet, has a family-run business. This is her mom, who she said started making jewelry while exiled in Nepal. When coming to the U.S., Palden says she saw many similarities between Tibetan and Native American jewelry.
I thought Tibet is only one who wears a lot of turquoise and coral, but then I saw a lot of Native people wearing jewelry too, same colors.
With so many inspiring handmade items, customers said they love shopping here.
That bracelet.
Because it makes an impact.
It is, yeah, so they're real fruit.
Some of these products were made with imagination.
Straight into the flame.
Some were made with skill and courage. And others were made in loving memory of a dear friend.
He was such a cool kid, and his mom just came and spent 2 days with me.
What makes these items truly one of a kind are the people behind them. And soon, there will be a lot more to look forward to.
Starting next week, we have about double the size of vendors, and we'll extend all the way down in this same general area, but we'll extend further down, and we'll have a food court with food trucks and lots of food vendors. And we're also adding a kids zone this year, which will have tons of kids activities. We're going to have a bounce house, a mechanical bull, face painting, and a build your own stuffed animal station, and we'll have the climbing wall back from Eagle Climbing and Fitness. And we're also doing some kids' story times this year too.
The Minturn Farmers Market will be held every Saturday morning in downtown Minturn until September 2nd. For TV8 Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good Morning Vail.
It's that time where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, if you're making your way out to do any water activities, it's important that you have the right protection with you, and especially since our water levels are so high from all of that precipitation that we saw over the course of the winter and now that snow runoff. So right now, I've got the Onyx Move Vent Life Vest in front of me. This vest has some great features to it, one of which being soft, lightweight foam flotation. Now, if you are looking for this in your kayaks or in your canoes and you want that nice mesh back, well, then it has that feature, making it more comfortable for you to sit anywhere where there's a high back and you need to be nice and safe out there. Now, as you're making your way out into the water, there is a built-in whistle so that if you need to be heard, you can make yourself heard with this lovely whistle. There's also some nice reflection pieces, making it easy for you to be seen as you're out there, and especially if you're doing it first thing in the morning or later into the afternoon when you're out there on the rivers or on the lakes. So make sure that you stop by Sun and Ski Sports and you check out all of their great inventory for these nice pieces that are going to keep you safe out there on the waters. Now, you can always go to their website at sunandski.com for some more information or for some more fabulous products that'll keep you safe out there on the water.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, there is so much happening here in the Vail community, and I've got Thea Noble of Chasing Rabbits to join us to tell us all about Chasing Rabbits and the events that they have planned for this summer. So, Thea, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, thrilled to have you here. So, Chasing Rabbits, what a cool concept. Tell me about it.
Thanks. Yeah, so we are an entertainment venue right in the heart of Vail Village in Solaris Plaza. And we have multiple things going on. We have a Mediterranean restaurant, we have a speakeasy, we have a revamped arcade, and a library lounge, and all different events to go along with it.
Yeah, it's incredible. So it just basically it provides any sort of entertainment if you're not out on the mountain. You can just go have some fun.
Exactly. It's great for families. It's great for adults. For we have something for every type of person, locals and tourists alike. We're really bringing something to do off the mountain when you're done hiking, biking, or having a great day out in the sun.
That's incredible. So it just started, you opened New Year's, is that right?
Yes, we recently launched, so we're going into our first summer season. We had an amazing New Year's Eve party, and now we're bringing new types of events and spin for the summer.
So speaking of events, tell me about them.
Yeah, so we do all different types of events every night. We have things like bingo, which is free and a great thing that locals love. We have karaoke, we have jazz, and so there's kind of something each night to do at Chasing Rabbits.
Absolutely. So I'm excited about the jazz night because Chasing Rabbits has the only speakeasy here in Vail.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about the speakeasy. We were designed Chasing Rabbits in partnership with Solaris Group and Rockwell is behind some of the amazing nightlife around the world like Lavo, Tau, Omnia, and we're bringing that right to the Vail Village. The Moon Rabbit is really an incredible space. When you go inside it, you kind of feel like you're transported to a new world. It's like East meets West, so it has this very interesting feel. And inside we have cocktails, but it's more of an experience. You could get a cocktail that comes out of a ship. It's really kind of a journey that you're going on. So while you're listening to jazz, you can enjoy some cocktails and really experience a night out that's unlike anything in the Vail Valley.
So that's on Thursday nights. And then if you're ready for a really fun, I guess you could say high energy night out, Friday nights, you have DJs.
Exactly. We have DJs in our rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is an arcade, so you can play skee ball. Some of the favorites, people are always playing basketball, but you can be in the arcade, and then it transforms at night. Lando is our amazing resident DJ from Chicago, and then we're featuring new types of local talent each week as well. So you can get out on the dance floor, have fun with friends, and we have an amazing cocktail menu there as well. My favorite for the summer is the Aperol Spritz. It has a popsicle inside, so it's a double win, having a drink and dessert in one.
That's incredible. It's much better than just a traditional Aperol Spritz. Light and refreshing, and then also kind of keeps you like a sweet treat and keeps you cool in the summer.
Exactly. So we have all different types of interesting drinks on the menu, and kind of keeping it new and fresh, as well as food in the rabbit hole as well. So we have a different menu in the rabbit hole. That kind of food is very fun. It's like nostalgic, like you could have kind of very interesting, like traditional like a pizza, but we might have a twist on it. And then in the restaurant, we have a Mediterranean restaurant that's light, fresh, and airy food.
Sounds absolutely delicious. So those are the weekly events, and when you can go just at any time, but you have some special events as well. So tell me a bit about that.
Yes, we do. So I'm really excited personally for July 22nd. It's our Disco Down the Rabbit Hole. So it's going to be very groovy. We have Lando performing outside on the plaza at 7:30, and then at 9 o'clock we have DJ Sonafors out of Sweden. She's coming in from LA. And so we'll have amazing DJs, we'll have entertainment, we'll have food, and we're really encouraging people to dress up in their most festive and grooviest outfits. People really showed up for New Year's in 1920s outfits, so we're excited to see what people are wearing, and they're excited to get in there and boogie.
I love that. Disco Down the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
And that's July 22nd?
Yes.
So do you need to buy tickets? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so tickets are online. They are $55, and then we actually have a membership program that gives a lot of perks to members, and so they're discounted price for members at Chasing Rabbits.
So speaking of members, there are movie nights happening this summer.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
yeah, there are. So the movie nights are actually for the public, and they're $10, but members get them for free, so that's one of the perks for members as well. The movies are outside. So we're bringing for the summer, it's great weather. We really want to use this amazing patio we have at Solaris. And so we're doing movies under the stars. The first one is actually tomorrow. It's Zootopia. And then we're going to have Top Gun next month. We're going to have E.T. in August. And so you can watch a movie, but if you want to make it kind of a dinner and a movie, you can get a dinner package as well. And we have a prefix dinner course. You can get the dinner from either Chasing Rabbits or our sister restaurant, Decca, as well. And go out, watch a movie, have some good food. We'll have popcorn, nostalgic classics, and watch it under the stars with the community.
I think I'll be present for the Top Gun Maverick showing. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, we're excited to have that right around the time, a little bit week after July 4th outside.
Awesome. So, Thea, is there anything else that you want to talk about in regard to Chasing Rabbits and what you have coming up?
Yeah, I would love to bring up that we have now opened the patio. So we have amazing outdoor seating. The patio opens at 3 o'clock. And so the patio is a great place to enjoy the warm weather. We have a revamped menu as well for the summer. So one of my personal favorites to have out on the patio is the spring pea salad with burrata, have a nice drink, and really just enjoy the summer weather out there, and come inside later on because we have all different types of new menu items that we're constantly innovating on.
Sounds like I know where I'm spending my Friday afternoon. So on the patio, spring pea salad and the Aperol Spritz with a popsicle.
Exactly. And then later on in the week on Sunday, to come inside, we actually have a concert series that we've started for the summer. So enjoying live music right inside. Later on, maybe spend your day outside on the farmer's market. And then when it gets late at night, come on and enjoy a concert on Sundays in the Rabbit Hole.
You could literally spend your entire week at Chasing Rabbits and all of the things that you have planned. So just absolutely fantastic. Tell us where to go for more information.
Yeah, so we have our Instagram is at Chasing Rabbits Vail on all social media. We also have our website, which is constantly updating events. And then additionally, too, we have a lot of people who host their own events. We're throwing weddings, we're throwing corporate parties, birthday parties, all different types of events. So if someone wants to make the space their own, they can as well. They can inquire on the website or follow us along on social media.
So one-stop shop for all things entertainment.
All things entertainment for whatever you're thinking of. Either come, we'll put it on for you, or you put it on because maybe you'll do it better than us and make the space your own.
It sounds like you guys have a pretty high bar to reach, though. So a very exciting things happening over at Chasing Rabbits. Tell us where to go on the website for more information.
We have on chasingrabbitsvail.com, and we have all of our events on the event page right there, or better yet, become a member and enjoy the perks and special events like poker nights or spritz nights that are just for members as well.
Awesome. So membership if you live locally or if you're visiting and you come often, and then if not, check out the website for more things to do.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to seeing you all at Chasing Rabbits.
Absolutely. Thea, thanks for coming on the show. Now stay tuned. We have a few more exciting things happening here on Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this break.
Good Morning Vail.
TV8 se complace en compartir que nos estamos preparando para lanzar nueva programación en español. Pero antes de hacerlo, queremos saber de ti, nuestra increíble comunidad, sobre lo que tú quieres ver. Por eso, te invitamos a un evento especial en nuestro estudio el 12 de julio a las 6 de la tarde. Ven a compartir tus ideas, opiniones y visiones sobre el futuro de nuestra programación en español. Ya sean eventos locales, programas educativos o entretenimiento, queremos que tú formes parte de este proceso y ayudes a dar forma a nuestra programación. No te pierdas esta maravillosa oportunidad de ser parte de televisión que te refleja y te representa. Para más información y para confirmar tu asistencia, visita tv8vail.com. TV8 is excited to share that we're preparing to launch new programming in Spanish. But before we do, we want to hear from you, our incredible community, about what you want to see. That's why we invite you to a special event at our studio on July 12th at 6 p.m. Come share your ideas, opinions, and visions regarding the future of our Spanish programming. Whether it's local events, educational programs, or entertainment, we want you to be a part of this process and help shape our Spanish programming. Don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity to be a part of television that reflects and represents you. For full details and to RSVP, visit tv8vail.com.
Hi there, this is Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail. And on today's episode, I'm so excited to bring to you Chris Anthony, the skier, the Hall of Fame inductee, the filmmaker, and the founder of the Chris Anthony Youth Project. So please watch today's version of Good Day Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good Morning Vail.
We're in the entertainment segment of our morning show today. We just talked about chasing rabbits and all of the exciting things they have going on this summer. And then we have Gretchen with Glitz and Glam, and she has an interesting conversation with Rome. So Gretchen will take it away.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw, here in beautiful Eagle, Colorado at the gorgeous restaurant Rome. I'm here with Adrienne, the owner and cook of the beautiful Rome in Eagle, Colorado, and she's such a stunning human being. I love your space. I feel honored to be here. I feel like I've known you through lifetimes at this point. And I am, likewise. Thank you. And I'm so impressed with your space, and I heard the food even elevates it more. How are you doing, Adrienne?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. And so I want to know, I know a little bit of the background of Rome. How did this beautiful place come to be? How did this all happen, manifest itself?
It was manifested and it worked. I started out as a food truck, and it was called the Roaming Gourmet. We started in Rancho Del Rio for a summer, right as COVID was at its peak, which was great. Then winter rolled around and we had an opportunity to join the team at Bonfire.
Yes.
So we had our food truck right in front of Bonfire Brewery, which is directly next door to this brick and mortar, and an opportunity came up that the space next to them was open for a restaurant, but the caveat was that there was no kitchen. It isn't zoned for a kitchen. So ironically, I had a food truck.
Wow.
So we just rolled it around the block and hooked it up, and this is our brick and mortar with a 20-foot food trailer as our kitchen.
Okay, so it truly was meant to be. This was not by circumstance, happenstance.
Yeah, I think so.
That's amazing. And I actually remember the food truck, and you guys were always there were 1 million people around, and it was so popular.
It was great.
And so now do a lot of those people know that this has shifted into,
Yeah, and it's been 2 years. It'll be 2 years in a couple weeks that we've been at this brick and mortar.
Okay.
And it was 1 full year of the Roaming Gourmet as the food truck.
Right.
We did elevated pub food out of that food truck.
Right.
Things like duck tacos and duck confit, things like that. Really nice slow braised meats. We really pushed it. Push the limits.
Well, and that's what I'm so interested in, because I did a little research beforehand and I looked at all the food options, and I know that your menu changes, am I correct, weekly, monthly?
Monthly.
Monthly,
yeah.
okay.
We change our menu monthly. So, and now we have an opportunity to be a little bit more, intricate with the details.
Right.
Instead of just a food truck where it's kind of fast.
Right.
This is more relaxed dining. We can relax a little bit more in preparation, not too much, but a little bit more in preparation. The timing is different, so it allows us to, spend a little bit more time on the menu and spend a little bit more time plating.
But that's a huge deal, a monthly. I don't know any other restaurant I can't even think of anywhere I've been that does a monthly shift of their menu.
Yeah, it's ridiculous and insane.
I love it. You're like, it's
my
brilliant
poor staff.
and hard.
Yeah, it's really great, and I think that a lot of cooks and people in kitchens get a little bit, it's tiring doing the same dishes over and over again. And I think that I really thought that people, our guests would want to have the same thing over and over again. And I find that they don't. I find that they're really eager when we change the menu monthly. And our specials are also wonderful. We have specials on top of our monthly changes.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that people have come to expect that let's come as many times as we can this month because it's changing. So we see a lot of repeat guests.
Cool.
It's really fun.
I love that. Well, and I'm so inspired because you let me know that so much of the decor, the alcohol, what you buy as far as like making the food, all of the ingredients, it's very much local based, and your local love and appreciation, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Colorado is an amazing state, and it has so many different, amazing things that it produces or come out of it, from Palisade peaches to bourbons to beers to, some wonderful produce that we get here, our cows, our lamb, our pork. So really, we don't need to look very far. And it's safer, it's cleaner. We know where our food is coming from, which I think more people are being, people are more cognizant of that, as well as me. I never feed my guests anything that I wouldn't ingest myself. So it's important to me that it's clean.
I love that you said that, and I also know that you don't use any hormones in your food,
no
which
hormones.
is huge.
Yeah,
that's a
nothing.
big deal.
I don't believe in it. I think that a lot of our, without getting too crazy and, medical, I just believe a lot of issues health-wise come from eating tainted foods. So,
100%.
and hopefully the world is changing and they're starting to see that, and it used to be very difficult. Even 2 years ago, it was difficult for me to find some foods and meats that weren't, injected with hormones or antibiotics. And it's much easier today to find it.
I felt that shift. You're like, simplistic feeling and idea, but it's truth. What you put in your body is obviously what you're going to get out of it. So.
Yeah, it's very true.
And this is such a beautiful, romantic space. I mean, it's stunning.
Thank
Did you do the decor?
Yeah,
did you?
I did. I did.
This woman is amazing. She does it all. Cooking, she does the decor. You have a gorgeous patio. I would love to hear about that. That's stunning.
Yeah, so we do have limited seating in this space. And when I first looked at it, I was so enthralled with it. I loved how intimate it was. And I thought we could really make this space feel like it could be anywhere. It could be in Italy. It could be in, Morocco. It could be in Colorado. It could be anywhere. And that's what I wanted to kind of mirror, was just, it could be anywhere, but it's an intimate, lovely space that you could come on a date, on a first date. You could come with your family. You could come with your friends. And it has like a nice, energetic buzz to it because it is small inside. But we had the opportunity, knowing that there was this big outdoor space that may or may not have been built for that. It may have been built for something else, but we utilized it as an outdoor seating area that enhances our capacity off-season.
And it's gorgeous.
So it really is pretty. It's kind of, we were talking, that I kind of... mirrored it after some restaurants in LA, one being Ivy, the Ivy in LA.
Yes.
And I wanted it to feel like there was greenery all around. And again, with an outdoor space, typically they're very wide open and cavernous. The sky is your ceiling.
Yes.
And we still have that in part of it, but we wanted it to feel like there were hanging lights and hanging chandeliers and still very romantic.
I feel like very secret garden vibes with the mountains in the background.
Yeah,
the
it's
backdrop,
so pretty.
You can't do any better than that.
It is beautiful. People love sitting out there.
Well, and that's brilliant to know, because I do love the space is so small and, well, not even small, intimate, and it does have such good energy, good vibes in here. And you said, though, you can go on open table.
You can.
So that way you know that you definitely have a reservation.
Yeah,
and then if there is
confirm.
Overflow, you can go out to the patio and enjoy.
Absolutely.
And your bar is amazing as well. I
It's
can't
a
get away
great
from
bar.
that. Yeah.
It's a great bar. It's a great, the drinks are really, we're very proud of our cocktails.
Yeah, and you said that you have non-alcoholic options and alcoholic options,
We
which
do.
is a huge, I think right now becoming a boom, it's a booming thing.
Yeah, we've had NA Spirits on our shelf since we opened our doors, knowing that, I think part of it was that we were an Eagle and we wanted to attract people from all over the valley, up and down. And driving would be an issue if you were going to have, more than one drink. So we have drinks or NA Spirits on our menu that you can replace a tequila with an NA tequila, replace a bourbon with an NA bourbon.
And I've never even heard of that, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah.
So I'm
They're
sure
really
other people
great.
are going to be,
Yeah, it's really great. And a lot of them are distilled the same way, just it takes the alcohol out. So it's really neat.
Well, I am very excited to come in. Personally, I know I've heard already from certain friends that we both know how amazing the food is. What is your favorite dish to create at this? I know you're always evolving, changing, it's fluid, as far as your food. Is there one thing that you love to make here?
I can't. It's like picking a favorite child.
I know.
I think that we do variations of different types of meatballs in different sauces.
Yeah.
So there's that. Whether it's pork or veal or venison, I love creating some sort of a meatball dish, and our guests really, really love it. I do one of my go-tos here, and we just changed the sauce, and it's coming up on the next menu, is our sous vide or slow cooked pork shank.
Oh.
So we're doing a spin on it this month that is more of an Asian spin-off of that. So we'll definitely do that. That's one of my favorites. And I always like to bring back, especially in the wintertime, my Uncle Johnny made a cacciatore dish, an Italian cacciatore dish that was just to die for. And in honor of him and him teaching me that dish, I do repeat that, and our guests love it. So,
well, you are fabulous. I feel like I made a new bestie today. I adore you. I think your space is stunning. I can't wait to try the food. I've already, like I said, heard amazing things, and I cannot wait to come in. So thank you so much, Adrienne.
We can't wait to serve you.
Keep it right here for more of the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Good Morning Vail.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tv8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good Morning Vail.
Well, we certainly love our cycling community here in Vail, and tomorrow is Bike to Work Day, but we had the 2nd annual Bighorn Gravel Race that happened this past Sunday. Let's have a quick look at all of the footage and the excitement from the race. and we are back here at Good Morning Vail. It's been quite an eventful show. Let's talk about the weather, as we do have that red flag warning. There are a lot of wind and gust. So right now we're going to have a high of 80 degrees today. It's right around that 60 degree, 70 degree mark. Let's take a look and see what is going on for the rest of the day today. 12 p.m. you should have about 72 degrees, a high of 77 at 4 o'clock, 71 at 8 o'clock. Let's take a look at what is happening across the area here. As you can see, Eagle is going to be about 85 degrees. We've got 83 in Avon Vale, a little bit the coolest of all of our locations. And then Denver, high of 91 with a little bit of cloud coverage. Let's take a look at what is happening. As you can see, tonight it's going to be a low of 44, sunset at about 8:38 p.m. Definitely some breeze happening across the next 5 days. We've got sunshine on Wednesday, high of 78, cloud coverage a little bit on Thursday, high of 78 as well. Thunderstorms on that Friday with a high of 74. And then we've got beautiful sunny skies with some cloud coverage at 76 degrees, and then thunderstorms on a Sunday. So a lot of exciting weather to be out and about in the community. Make sure that you do some fun things, wear that sunscreen, stay hydrated, especially with how dry it is currently right now. But we had a wonderful time here on Good Morning Vail, chasing rabbits, lots of fun summer events happening. It is Bike to Work Day tomorrow, June 28th. So make sure you get out there, enjoy the cool weather in the morning, and then as always, be hyper aware of that red flag warning that we will most likely get today. So thank you to all of our guests, and I'll see you tomorrow on Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the